Right, yes, another video. Wait, what? You what? It's actually open. Oh. Right. It's midday. Basically, I'm making this new series, but I know I'm going to forget to make it later today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leap forward in time now, because it's a video and time's a bit of a mess in videos. I'm going to shout for him in his room, because I know he'll be working or something. I'm going to throw a piece of paper at him that says new series on it. Hopefully he'll get it and make the new series. So, let's go. So now that you're actually watching this, I am making a new series. It's going to be called Aspiring for a Top University. So why am I making this, and how is it going to be beneficial for you or anyone else that's watching? Here is a minute background on just that. Basically, I have set out to try and get into some of the top universities worldwide. Now this includes the likes of Stanford, MIT, Cambridge, Imperial and Warwick, as well as many others. So I'm not even 100% sure that I want to get into some of these places. But as Norman Vincent Peale once said, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And now the principles behind this quote are the reasons why I have set out to achieve as such. In preparing to apply with the intent of success to the likes of MIT, Cambridge, etc., I will be doing everything that I can be to shape myself into the best possible applicant that I can be. Now, in doing this, then should I change my mind, anywhere else that I decide to study, I am now much more likely to get in, because I've already shaped myself into this brilliant candidate. But should I decide that I definitely do want to go to one of those places, then everything that I'm doing now is going to dramatically increase my chances of getting in, even if still quite small. So the ultimate aim of this series is to use all of my research and experiences as I go along the way, so like work experience, personal statements, references, supercurriculars, etc., to give you as much useful information as I can do to help you get into any university you want, no matter the subject and no matter the difficulty. So if you're watching this now in the present, so like spring 2020, and are thinking of applying to uni, or if you watch it down the line and are thinking of applying to uni, or if you just want to follow my journey, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you stay up to date. Also, maybe drop a like if you want to see this, maybe drop a dislike if you don't. Cool. Do that now. Get it done, otherwise you'll forget. Just smack the button and be done with it. Cool. There. Episode 1. Work experience. Okay, so since about I want to say November last year, I've been committing to getting as much work experience as I possibly can, because I've started to realise the importance of it and how I can make the most of it to boost myself as an applicant. In this video, I'm going to be covering the importance of work experience, how I got it, or how I think you should get it, how to make the most of it, and then how to use it to boost your application. So if that sounds like something you want, keep watching. Okay, so in order to tell you how I got my work experiences, I need to tell you what I've got so far. So a couple of weeks ago, I went down to Oxford Instruments at Tubney Woods to do a cryogenic engineering internship. In a couple of weeks' time, I'm going out to ITER in France to do another internship specialising on vacuum chambers, and as it's nuclear fusion, it kind of relates to my previous work experience. And then in Easter, I've got something completely unrelated. I'm going out to Switzerland to do pharmaceuticals. I have a few more things I've applied for, but haven't heard back from them or other bits that I'm about to explain. So basically what I did was I started by looking online at loads of different work experience opportunities. I just searched my field and work experience. It would come up with a load of things that I could apply for. I'd sit down and I'd apply for a lot. Probably applied to about 10 different bits of work experience or summer schools, maybe even more, and I don't actually think this is the most effective method. I did them all, I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort into doing it just to get rejected. Yeah, I haven't heard from about 4 of them, but about 5 of them have rejected me. Now, I wouldn't say I was the weakest candidate. Like, I've demonstrated skills that they want to see. I've got pretty good grades for my GCSEs if you've watched my other videos, but I just think it's so competitive and so saturated that it's really, really difficult to get into any of those. So I don't actually recommend that you apply through all of those websites. Obviously, yeah, you might want to put yourself out there and apply, because if you do get it, it will be amazing, but here's what I recommend you do instead, or on top of that. So first of all, I recommend that you try and find exactly what fields you want to try and get work experience in. For example, engineering or medicine. Once you've decided this, you need to get it out there. You need to start asking people if they know anyone in that field, know anyone that might be able to help you get that work experience, or know any opportunities that might come up. Take some initiative and get that out there, because if people don't know that you want this work experience, they're not going to help you get it. If people do, they're going to be more willing to help you. Also, if you manage to make direct contact to someone in a company that is willing to offer you work experience, they're more likely to give it to you, because it's a personal face rather than a digital application. Like, I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. They're going to want to help you more because they feel like they know you and have some connection with you already. Now, taking this further, anything that you would write on an application or something to one of these places, use that, but but send it directly to people at the company. Don't go through the application process. Try and get on the inside before anyone else has a chance. Same reasons, same laws, but I think this is personally the most effective method, and it's helped me to get 2 of the 3 work experiences that I currently have, so make the most of it. Okay, so the importance of work experience is kind of obvious. You develop transferable skills for the workplace, for example working in a team and communication. You also get a feel for how organisations work and the structure of day-to-day life in the field that you're trying to get into. You also develop field-specific skills, like, for example, I was in engineering and I learned how to use their simulation software and modelling software, so that was really helpful. You also build connections with companies that you might want to work in the future, bettering your career prospects and just helping you put yourself above other candidates. Then, in terms of the universities, they are looking for people that demonstrate passion in their field that they want to study, because they're going to take on people who are more willing to learn and more willing to enjoy that subject. So by getting this work experience in this field, you're showing that you have that drive to succeed in the given field. Okay, so now while I explain what I've done and what I think you should do to make the most of your work experiences, here's a few clips of my work experience back in half term. Okay, so first of all, go in with a really positive energy and make yourself look keen to work there. Never see it as a chore. Shake everyone's hand and set a good impression. Then, during your time there, keep asking questions and showing an interest in the subject. Ask them anything you want to know, what it's like to work there, what they do day to day, etc, etc. In doing this, you'll build a rapport with them, whilst also finding out anything you want to know. I would also recommend bringing a notepad, so that every time you pick up on something or learn something key, you can write it down with the example of how you learnt this. For example, the disorganisation of a meeting and how it made you see the importance of effective communication. This will then be used in the reflection letter later. Now keep doing this for the whole time that you are there, so that by the end you have some tangible takeaways and good relations with the staff. When the time comes to leave, ask them if you can take a copy of anything you've worked on for some more tangible material. After a day or two for finishing your placement, maybe send them an email or a message, tell them what you enjoyed, and then ask them if they would be able to write you a reference. It's always good to have a few professional references in your arsenal for uni and for future careers. Okay, so now you've finished everything. Sit down and write a letter of reflection. Here's an example of mine. In this, you should just write about what you did and anything you have learned or enjoyed or that built upon your passion for the field. Finish then with a summary of the key things you've taken from your experiences and then any references you received. You can print this off, store it any way you want, but it's good to take to interviews and to use to write personal statements and things like that. So there you go. That is what I recommend you do to make the most of your work experience. So finally, how do you use this to boost your applications to university? Now, this one's quite straightforward. Everything that's in your reflection letter, all of the experiences, all the takeaways, all of the new skills that you've learned can be used in interviews or in your personal statements to help convey to the admissions board why you want to go there, to help sway them in your favour. You want to show the things you know, show the things that you can give to their university, and show them why you would be good on a course at their university. It helps build your overall ability as a person and makes you more appealing to the university. It's as straightforward as that. Okay, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smack the like button, maybe give us a subscribe, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. It's there for a reason. Of course, go check out some of my other videos. I've got loads on GCSE, some on motivation, some on gym, and loads of other little bits. The next one in this series is probably going to be a vlog kind of thing of my work experience in ETA. So, see you in the next one.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.